from day one, I've been on the Travis Hunter train. I mean, truly, I'm no NFL scout, but the guy played at a very high level on both sides of the ball. And the Patriots have graded him out this way, and other analysts have as well, calling Travis Hunter the best receiver and the best cornerback in the draft in 2025. I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer if he's available for the Patriots, right? You need help at every position but quarterback. You can get a slot corner. You need 3 good coverage corners. You have Gonzalez, you have Carlton Davis for half the year, and you could then add Travis Hunter, and he could be your best big play receiver right away. And I think most people think that, NFL analysts and fans around New England. Well, except for one guy. I think you probably know who that is, as Mike Felger is not a huge fan of the Patriots going out and getting Travis Hunter. Just doesn't think he's the guy. Does not think that that's the one that you need to go out and get. Doesn't think a potential wide receiver number 1 and cornerback number 1 is a guy that's worth getting for the Patriots. And to me, that's asinine, right? To most of us, that is completely asinine. But I guess to be fair to Felger and Maz, who agreed with him, they don't see the Patriots as they don't see passing up on Travis Hunter as passing up on a two-way star. They don't think he can't be a good cornerback in this league. What they do think is that he can't play wide receiver. And when I first heard this, I thought, okay, what part of the 1,258 yards last year, the 15 touchdowns, the 95 catches, what part of that made you think, no, he can't play receiver? He's not going to be a wide receiver in this league. He's got to pick one, and it's got to be the defensive back. Okay, so what part of that made you think he couldn't play receiver? Or what part of all the NFL analysts saying that he could be and is the number 1 receiver in the draft, what part of that made you think he's not a receiver in the league? Well, they went in. They did their research on this one. I'll give them that. But to me, there's still a lot to be desired. Here's why they think he can't play in this league.
My dime store analysis, but Travis Hunter's not that guy at receiver. He's not worth the 4th pick at receiver. Sorry. Not at 6 feet or 6'1". He's somewhere in there. Give me the write-up there that you have there in Lindy's, Murray.
Yeah, so
big board comes in a couple weeks, but here's an early sample.
He's not even ranked as the number 1 wide receiver in Lindy's, by the way. He is. They have him at 4.
Really?
Yeah, at 4, behind Tet McMillan, Matthew Golden, and Luther Burden in Missouri. But you want his weaknesses?
Of course.
Lacks elite speed or quickness. Small for the position in terms of weight. Tends to have issues when beating press. Route running when at full speed is sloppy and raw.
Thank you.
Not a very good separator against man coverage.
Perfect.
Two-way play brings major concerns over his wear and tear due to playing over 120 snaps a game.
Sounds like there's some red flags there. And I will tell you this, as someone who watched a lot of Travis Hunter this past year, you know why the route running was a little off? You know why? Because the last 2 years, Colorado has had 2 of the worst offensive lines in all of college football. They were the worst. They had the most sacked quarterback in 2023, and they were marginally better in 2024. They had a quarterback who could extend plays, get outside the pocket, and could chuck it deep. That's why he's probably going to go in the top 3. And so when you look at this Colorado offense, although it was run by a former NFL guy, it was a lot of busted plays. It's tough to just go through your routes when the quarterback has a second and a half to throw. That's why he's good on short intermediate routes that they have there. They needed to get him open very quickly. And guess what? He got open every way possible against just about any competition that he faced in the country. He was probably the best damn receiver in the country with the Biletnikoff Award. So I get it. I get why those would be red flags. But if you watched Travis Hunter play and you watched Colorado, you would know why the book on him is that. And what's so funny is they go into this thing of Felger and Masbo like, see, told you, can't run routes. Why would you want him? And then they bury the lead because seconds later, they also read this from the scouting report.
They say the pro comp is Devontae Smith with the Eagles.
Just burying that. Any one of us would take Devontae Smith in a second. In a second, we would take Devontae Smith. The Patriots, Devontae Smith, 2025, they'd say, name your price. We want him. Like, you would take them in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But Felger doesn't like him because he's 6'1". As if you can't be 6'1" and be a great receiver in this league. Because that's bullshit too. Devontae Adams, 6'1". Chris Godwin, who you were going to overpay by $20 million to go and get, the Patriots' top target in free agency, 6'1". How about the runner-up to Rookie of the Year last year, the guy that everybody's saying is the future of football in New York, Malik Neighbors, 6'0". Would you take him? Would you take Malik Neighbors? Devontae Smith, the guy he's comped with, 6 feet even. How about Brandon Ayuk, the one that you almost put a ton of money into last year, the one that everybody on Sports Talk Radio was saying, finally, the Patriots are showing some intent. They're going to go out and get a number one receiver, and they're going to spend the money. And now Patriots fans want them to trade for him. He's 6 foot even. So don't tell me that Travis Hunter can't be a good receiver in this league because he's 6'1". I mean, come on. Wonder Mike, 6'1" and tons of fun. And I commend you, I guess, because usually they're just pulling theories out of thin air. Commend them for actually going to a reputable scouting site and seeing that there might be some red flags. But again, this is so easy to explain away, and that's why he is going to be the number one receiver taken in the draft. No matter what Lindy's ranks him as, he's going to be the number one receiver taken. And I think back to that Colorado situation for a quarterback who can extend a play, who can gun it down the field very accurately, and who needs to extend plays because they had one of the worst offensive lines in their level of football. Because to me, that sounds a lot like the New England Patriots. Like to a T, that sounds like the New England Patriots. And Travis Hunter didn't have anyone else in that receiver room who was nearly on his level at Colorado. Not even close. Don't have to worry about that problem in New England either. Nobody's going to be on your level. And he's more athletic than Tet McMillan. Well, he's not as tall as Tet McMillan. He is more athletic. He's better in short yardage. And he can play another side of the ball pretty damn well. So I'm going to weigh all those things up, right, against the 6'1" argument. And I think I know what side of the argument's going to win. But at least they did some research this time. Usually they're just pulling it out of their ass. They're still picking hairs off it. But you're going to tell me that a guy who was legitimate, I mean, maybe he's not the best in the draft at both positions. I mean, a lot of analysts think that, but let's play it up for argument's sake. He was the best player in college football at both those positions. It's not like the NBA. You're not getting a kid from Europe. There's no other options other than college football, and he was the best at both those positions. He won the best in the country award for both of them and then won the Heisman Trophy. And I get it. Not all Heisman Trophy winners go on to be great pros. Like, you don't need to convince me of that. But the guy is better than anything you have in the receiver room right now. He's better than all but one of your cornerbacks, probably, even the one you're paying $20 million to every year. He could play both sides of the ball at this level, and he knows how to play in a busted kind of offense that you have. But also, he's 6'1". He's an inch taller than Devontae Smith. He's taller than Brandon Ayuk. It's the same height as Chris Godwin, but now all of a sudden he's too short. He can't play on the outside. Bullshit. Travis Hunter is there at 4. You draft him. You say thank you, and you make him one of the foundational pieces of the Patriots rebuild, of the Patriots future. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is Travis Hunter too short at 6'1" to play receiver in this league? Please let me know in the comments below. If there's someone else they should draft it for, let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe. There's about 85% of you that are watching that are not subscribed to the channel. We're bringing you Boston sports stuff every day, guys, every weekday, high noon Eastern time on YouTube, and then wherever you get your podcasts. We are here. I'm Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air every weekday.